next on Currents News.
These Queen students getting a sweet lesson in the art of business. I'm Katie Vasquez, and I'll have that story coming up.
Also ahead, with the deadline fast approaching, U.S. bishops are pleading with the White House to extend temporary protections for Haitians in the United States. The NYPD Hate Crimes Task Force is investigating after a man repeatedly rammed a car into the Chabad Lubavitch headquarters in Crown Heights. And preserving one of Christianity's holiest places for future generations. Restoration work is now underway at the site where Jesus was born. I'm Christine Persichetti. Currents News starts right now. Ice cream probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind in these frigid temperatures, but 7th graders at St. Joseph Catholic Academy were learning a valuable lesson with the sweet treat as part of Catholic Schools Week. Currents News' Katie Vasquez has the story from Astoria.
Milkshakes, sundaes, and other sweet treats served at St. Joseph Catholic Academy. But there was a bigger lesson in this. 7th graders put together their own business in a short time frame.
Give them a taste of the real world. The kids had a lot more responsibility, and they also wound up doing it instead over a trimester. They did it over the course of 3 weeks.
It wasn't all sprinkles and whipped cream. For stands like Smiley Scoops, they had to do research, like how much they would price each cup or cone.
We want to make it cheap so Astoria could be like more cheaper. And who doesn't like cheap stuff? Get a deal, grab a deal.
Frozen Fantasy made sure their customer service was top notch.
We want to treat them with the utmost respect we could possibly. We want to treat them like they're our best friends and that they can come and support us along our journey of making this beautiful stand.
And to come true.
Each of the 4 businesses presented their plan to other students on Thursday. Cherry on Top was able to market their business using social media.
We all had the logins, so we all took different days to post it. And some days after school, we'd go to my house or even on the weekends, and we'd design background photos, texts to write. Like once we reached 100 followers, it was a big deal.
Welcome to Sunday Scoops.
And this project inspired some of these young entrepreneurs to expand beyond the classroom.
I had a really fun time, and it actually encouraged me to start my mini own business. Like I kind of started all year round business, where I do some stuff all year round, like shoveling, pulling weeds, sweeping leaves. That this project inspired me to do that.
I have to say, this is delicious.
A team of judges tested the final product with a tie between Sunday Scoops and Cherry on Top. In Astoria, Katie Vasquez, Currents News.
Move over Winter Olympics because the STEM Olympics were in Brooklyn on Thursday.
Come on, we gotta get it higher. Come on.
Hurry up. Come on, guys, hurry up. Come on.
We gotta get the key.
The competition got intense as middle schoolers at St. Patrick's Catholic Academy in Bay Ridge jumped, connected, stacked, and sprinted for Olympic gold during the Catholic Schools Week celebration. The students rotated through stations that put their science, technology, engineering, and math skills to the test, all vying for a gold medal. Students said the activity unlocked their full potential as they raced to see how they measure up against the other teams, scoring points and cheering each other along the way.
It feels like we're actually in the Olympics. It's like so fun, very competitive.
I think this is like the real life STEM Olympics. Gives that rush of energy and adrenaline.
They're using their brains, they're using their bodies on the health station, and they're very excited to show what they know because you get to see the kids at their best. And that's what we do at St. Pat's. We want them to be their best, the best version of themselves.
First, second, and third place teams were crowned STEM Olympic champions. The students were awarded certificates and medals and were given no homework passes. Very cool. Kindergartners at Our Lady of Grace are using their big smiles to recruit new students during Catholic Schools Week. So cute. The youngest members of the Gravesend Academy are jumping for joy, letting new families know that registration is open and free for new families. For those interested in giving their children a Catholic education at the Gravesend School, just visit their website for more information. St. Athanasius in Bensonhurst is also celebrating Catholic Schools Week with its Music Around the World performances. Here we see 6th grader Polina performing a traditional Ukrainian dance, sharing the richness of the culture and tradition with every step. Currents News is the place for Catholic Schools Week. We have stories from all around the Diocese of Brooklyn, so stay with us for our continuing coverage all week in the tablet and on Currents News. U.S. bishops are calling on the White House to extend protections for Haitians in the United States. Those temporary protections are now set to expire on February 3rd. The Diocese of Brooklyn has a robust Haitian community. There are an estimated 150,000 Haitian immigrants and residents living in the boroughs. Bishop Brendan Cahill, the chairman of the Conference of Catholic Bishops, says it's not possible right now for the safe and orderly return of Haitians to their homeland. In a statement, Bishop Cahill says the Trump administration still has the opportunity to do the right thing, to safeguard human life, uphold the law, and to promote greater stability for people in this country and beyond. Temporary Protection Status, or TPS, was created by Congress with these very goals in mind, and the ongoing conditions in Haiti are precisely the sort warranting TPS. We urge the administration to act accordingly by extending this vital relief for Haitians. The NYPD Hate Crimes Task Force is investigating after a car repeatedly slammed into the Chabad Lubavitch headquarters in Crown Heights, and it was captured on video. The dark-colored Honda with New Jersey plates can be seen crashing into the rear door of the building on Eastern Parkway just before 9 Wednesday night. It then moves in reverse and rams into the door again. This happened as hundreds of Jews from around the world were gathered inside to mark the 75th anniversary of Rabbi Menachem Schneerson's selection as leader of the faith. Fortunately, no injuries were reported, and the unidentified driver was quickly taken into custody by officers already stationed at the building. Mayor Zohran Mamdani called the incident horrifying and alarming, saying anti-Semitism has no place in our society. Meanwhile, City Council Speaker Julie Menin announced on Thursday that she's creating her own task force to combat anti-Semitism. This comes on the heels of reports that Mayor Mamdani may tap Elad Noharai, who is a critic of ultra-Orthodox Judaism, to lead his own office to combat anti-Semitism. The council speaker's task force will be made up of 7 council members who will hold hearings and make recommendations to combat Jewish hate. The site, traditionally believed to be the birthplace of Christ, will see a renewal for the first time in 600 years. The Vatican recently made the announcement, and the work at the Grotto of the Nativity has already begun, preserving one of Christianity's holiest places for future generations. Jenna McDermott reports.
Walking through the Holy Land transports every pilgrim 2,000 years back in time. From visiting the Holy Sepulchre to seeing places as special as the Grotto of the Nativity, the site in Palestine that Christian tradition maintains as the birthplace of Jesus. Behind this small door, which sees millions of pilgrims pass through each year, stands a temple of great significance to Christians around the world. This is the place which changed the course of human history, and now it will undergo restoration. It will be the first time in 600 years that the temple is restored, and it will be carried out by a specialized Italian company, according to the announcements by the ecclesiastical authorities of the basilica. The purpose of these renovations is to preserve a sanctuary of immense value to Christianity. On top of that, the project is expected to have a separate positive effect, as it will generate employment and economic support in Bethlehem, a city severely affected by the crisis and the decline in pilgrimages due to wars. A little known fact about the Grotto of the Nativity is that it is governed by the so-called status quo, an ancient agreement that regulates coexistence among the different Christian denominations that safeguard the site. Greek Orthodox, Armenian Apostolic, and Catholic communities share the basilica, although each has clearly defined spaces and schedules. In fact, the exact spot where tradition places the birth of Jesus, marked by a 14-point silver star, is under the custody of the Greek Orthodox Church. Any intervention, including maintenance work, must have the consent of all the communities, making this restoration a delicate exercise of ecumenical dialogue as well. Jenna McDermott, Currents News.
And before we go, do you have a story idea or want to share a tip? Email us at newstips@desalesmedia.org or call our 24-hour number, 718-517-3122. That is this Currents News update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.